controller, it doesn't support gyro anyway. It's pointless to use that profile. With the keyboard and mouse, you do get the keyboard, and then you get the keyboard with the joystick-like mouse. So there are those two. So the keyboard and mouse, there are two that I use, two profiles. The two profiles that I use. I'm on. I couldn't even get the guy. Wasn't even moving. I still didn't get it. Oh my God. Right. So what I'm saying with the keyboard and mouse, there are like two different types that I've got. The keyboard and mouse, which is the basic one, that's the one I'm using now. And then there's a keyboard and mouse with a joystick-like. Wow, I didn't even get it. So basically, what I'm saying is that you do get two types. The keyboard and mouse, which is basically just a keyboard function, and the mouse. Yes, I got the first kill because he made a mistake. Oh, damn it. Right, so the keyboard and mouse, and then the keyboard and the joystick-like mouse. So I think the one that I'm using now is the keyboard and joystick-like mouse. So there's two of those profiles. And then you've got Xbox, and then you've got DualShock, which is the PlayStation 4 gamepad. And I think the fifth one, the fifth one is the default one. The default one, I think, is just an Xbox. It's just an Xbox gamepad. You understand? It's not. It is well. Okay, the default one is not specific. It could be DualShock, could be the PlayStation 4, and maybe it's just. It could be the PlayStation 4 or the Xbox. So I don't know what defaults. I don't know what the default one represents. I think that's why I was getting a bit confused, and I kept talking about the gyro gamepad because there is one profile that does support gyro for the gamepad, and also for the keyboard and mouse there is a gyro option as well if you have something that supports gyro. But I've never seen a keyboard and mouse that supports gyro in the first place. We might be talking more of those jet-like games, those stick-like games, the ones with the stick. When you're flying jets and stuff, or if you're driving a car with a steering wheel. Maybe I'm just thinking that's what that would be for. Because I can't think of what I would need, why I would need the gyro with the keyboard for. But if it was going to be for like driving with the steering wheel, or flying a jet with those stick-like, the joystick ones, then I guess some of those would use gyro. And then maybe that's where you'd be able to use the gyro keyboard function. But it's just a profile. I've never used it because obviously, like I said, I don't have DualSense control. I can't check to see what the gyro gamepad would be like. But I'm happy either way because, like this game, there are a lot of games in here that don't. God, me I was reloading. Right? There's a lot of games that I've been able to play as a direct result of having DS for Windows, because it has just enabled me or the game to recognize my gamepad as a keyboard and mouse, despite it not being a keyboard and mouse. Damn! Despite it not being a keyboard and mouse, it has enabled me to. It has given me that option of being able to play certain games that I would never have been able to play if I didn't know anything about DS4 Windows, the emulators. I would have just been stuck like, oh, I can't play this game. But knowing that I can play it is a good thing. Yes, I got 3 people. I'm just noticing now. I thought I only had 1 person. I got 3 of them when I hide here. So basically, what I'm saying is I've been lucky because finding these emulators online. I got 4. Finding these emulators online. I got 4 people before he took me out. Wow. My all-time record is 5, eh? Like. Hi guys, playing Counter-Strike 2 and I'm playing this on a Asus ROG Ally. I'm using a mini keypad, forget the name of it, but it's just a mini keypad that I'm using. I'm using the gaming mouse, the RGB. I'm using a VX Premium 4 wired control as well. And wired controller is just a third-party controller. It looks like a DualSense controller. I'll just show you quickly. That's the third-party controller. My mouse is this one here, the RGB. It changes colors and stuff. And the mini keyboard, if I can just show you quickly, if I get shot, that's the mini keyboard that I'm talking about. And it's on a JSOX dock, and I'm using a second dock because I find the dock JSOX dock quite limited. So, come on. Why is it taking so long? Someone else got me. Right. So, what I'm saying is, the dock is kind of limited. The JSOX dock only has 2 USB 3 dot ports, but it has the Ethernet port. It's got 2 Type-Cs. One is a power delivery port, and then it's got the Internet port. The second dock that I've got has got 5 USB ports, the 2.0 ports, which is the black. Right, guys. So I'm actually using Samsung DEX on my Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 5. It's connected via USB hub. I've got a mouse attached. This is a gaming mouse, the ADX, the one I used to use on my Asus ROG Ally. I don't have that anymore. I sold it. The other thing I'm using as well is the VX4 Premium wired controller. This is working. This is what I'm using. Right, so the reason why I paused the YouTube video is because I think it's interfering with the connection. So I have a few items open here, like the sound and stuff. So I'm just gonna close these because I think they might be interrupting. So that's Samsung DeX. I'll keep that open because that's how I've got my phone connected. The other one, this is for the keyboard, and it's supposed to have helped me sort out the keyboard, and I'm using Edge to do what you call this to do the gaming, and just to prove to you that this is Samsung DeX, I can actually extend this, make it bigger, but then it might not look as good. I think this might be better. I'm just wondering where the sound is because okay, so there is sound. Right, it can also show you like different sound levels, notifications and all this stuff. You can also change your output, where it's coming from. You can also go to your settings here. All this stuff is in there. I don't need to use that. It shows you your notifications. It can show you your network stuff and your Bluetooth, your data, your whatever you're using. It can also show you the calendar and your schedules. This is the on-screen keyboard, I think. I think that's the on-screen key. I'm not really typing anything right now, so I don't think it's going to show anything. This one is for something else that I have on the phone. I know you're probably thinking, so where's the phone?
The phone is there. I want to close these because I think these might be making my connection slow. So I'm going to close these in the background because I think maybe these are slowing down my connection. I had Spotify. I'm going to close those. I'll keep Samsung DEX open and Edge because this is what I'm using. These are just the things in the background. These are the other apps that I've got on my Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 5. The reason for selling the ROG, because I'm a student, I'm studying, and I need something that's not going to distract me, but at the same time, you see the contact us, lock DEX, exit DEX. So I needed something that's less distracting, but something that I can actually use. And I feel like this is the perfect combo, the perfect combination. So that's my AOC gaming monitor. I'll just show you quickly. That's the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 5. That is a pullable mouse thing. It's not working the way I want it to, so I just left it there for show, but it's not really doing much. So I would be, it's recognized by it. It's connected to a dock. There's a dock at the back there. It's actually powering my Samsung. That's the Galaxy Z Fold 5 there. So anyway, I'm just showing you that. So the Samsung is there. That's the Galaxy Z Fold 5. You can actually see the crease, right? That's a double screen phone. Right, so I'm going to show you what I'm currently doing because I think this is slightly more important. And the reason why I closed the other running apps is because, like I said, I'm streaming. This is Xbox Cloud Gaming, and I feel like maybe the connection, the connection was getting a bit bad, and I think it's because I had too much running in the background. I can make this bigger, but if I make it bigger, then no one's gonna know I'm actually using the Samsung, isn't it? The monitor itself supports 144 Hz, but I don't know if that's actually being recognized by the phone. The phone itself does have a 120 Hz refresh rate and a 60 Hz refresh rate as well. But I feel like I'm using the smooth. I'm using the 60 Hz. I'm not using the 120. The reason for that is also the phone is in battery saving mode, and I can use it. I can actually use it in. I can use this. Let me just lower the volume. It's a bit high. I can use this in. I can use this. I can actually use this. I'm using the mouse to control it. You see, that's the mouse. This is the mouse. That's how I'm controlling this. All of these things that you see me using, the mouse, the gamepad, are all connected to the dock that's connected to the Samsung. And what's amazing about the dock is the fact that the JSOX dock would not work properly with my Samsung. It kept saying driver disconnected, and or device disconnected. So I got tired because the other thing with the JSOX dock is that it would not charge the Samsung, whereas the dock that I'm using now is connecting, not only just connecting the Samsung, but it's charging the phone. I don't know if you guys can see this, but if I show you quickly, the battery here does say 100%. You see that it says 100%. It's actually charging the phone. So it's not just, I'm not just playing this game. It's charging the Samsung. I can run multiple apps, but like I said, it's causing lag because I'm streaming the game. This is not Fortnite as you guys would know it to be Fortnite. This is the actual streaming game. So this is the actual streaming game. I'm doing Xbox Cloud Gaming. I've got Ultimate. I told you guys I was using Ultimate on my Asus ROG Ally. The reason for selling the ROG Ally, like I said, I was a student. I felt like it was taking up too much of my time in terms of playing games, and it was a great machine. I'm not saying it's a bad system. I sold it in order to buy the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 5. I would only sell something if I was able to buy something else that I wanted, you see. So the good thing is I got lucky. I went to a shop they were selling this for $400. And the only reason they sold it for $400 is because it didn't come with a box, it didn't come with a cable or a charger or adapter or whatever you call it. And damn, my aiming is so bad. Right, so it didn't come with any of that stuff. It didn't come with any of that adapter, cables, or box or manuals. But the owner that actually sold it could not update the phone. So it was not that the owner wanted to get rid of his phone. You understand? He couldn't update it. And to be honest, I could not update it either until I found a hack. I found a hack. The hack that I found is that certain networks do actually allow the update to work. The update would work on certain networks. So I know you guys might use AT&T and stuff like that, but what I'm saying is that certain networks would allow the update to go through. So in certain countries, there's networks such as EE, like these different international networks. So I happen to have 2 SIM cards in the Samsung when I bought it, and I could not update the phone, and I didn't know what was going on, and I was trying to figure it out, and I was trying to find out why is this thing not updating. So I wanted to use Odin, because when I still had my Asus ROG, I wanted to use Odin. Odin is like to flash the firmware, to update it. It's like you force you don't force it, but you flash a new operating system onto your Samsung. You can also put different custom ROMs on your Samsung using Odin. So basically, I was going to attempt Odin until I started looking for the firmware, which I couldn't find. So I had to go to Sam Mobile, and then I saw something interesting. I saw that certain phones, right? Certain networks were getting the update. So I started thinking to myself, one of those networks is what I've got on my phone, right? So I decided to change, because you can actually change which network you use for SIM 1 or SIM 2, because there's 2 SIM cards in the phone. So I changed it to EE, and I was just going about my business. I didn't think there were any changes, you understand? Initially I wasn't doing this for changes or anything. I was just doing this because I wanted to change the firmware, but at the same time, I was curious about the EE. So I was using a particular software called Smart Switch that you can actually download for your PC for Windows, and this firmware is used for backing up your Samsung onto your PC, your Windows PC. And while I'm backing up the phone, as soon as I backed it up, there was an update available. Now, the update I thought was for the for the Smart Switch, not for the phone. You understand? So this update is going through, and I'm thinking it's just updating the firmware, the program, which is Smart Switch, not the phone. After a while, I noticed that the phone is getting an update, and I'm like, what's going on? Is this automatic or what? Because I've been trying all day to get this update to go through, and it's not working. Smart Switch updates, and then it updates the phone, and then automatically the phone updates from Android 14 to Android 15. And I'm thinking, all this time the phone is updating because I changed the SIM network from the network I was using, which is a network called 3, to EE, and now it's updating the phone. And I'm thinking, if the owner had known, the person who sold the phone, if he had known that all he had to do was buy a different SIM card and just to update the phone, he wouldn't have sold the phone. Because the phone that I bought is the black version of the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 5. It's not in bad condition. It's just, I think the person that sold it didn't know that by changing the SIM card, you would be eligible to update the phone. So I think by not being able to update the phone, they probably sold it. That's why it was sold without the charger, the cables, or anything. It's probably someone was frustrated. We didn't know how the hack of changing the SIM card and then automatically updating the phone. So I updated it from Android 14 to Android 15, UI 6 to UI 7, and Fiesta. You know, all the functions, all the settings to make the screen more sensitive to touch, because I put a screen protector on it. I'm still waiting for speech in cases coming soon, and everything's working as it should. So if that person had known that all they had to do was to change the SIM card to update the phone, I probably wouldn't have ever bought this phone, because I got it for $400. Normally you get this phone for about $500, $600, even without the box, because it's a folding phone, yeah, and it's unlocked and it uses 2 SIM cards. So these kind of phones are still valid. Like there's still a lot of people that want them.